G'day, welcome to Real Action. It's Michael Guest here, doing a bit of fast fishing, or should I say fast squidding. So I've got a bit of a job to do. My mate Barney's coming down from a few hours up the coast, about 4 hours away, and we're going to go into the next estuary system up. This is the entrance to Lake Macquarie here. We're going to fish Newcastle harbour, throw some little soft plastics around for some bream around the pylons, and then hopefully turn some of these squid that I'm supposed to catch into the mighty Mulloway. Those ghosts of the dark, they can be pretty hard to catch, but fresh squid, I've got to tell you, they're one of the best baits for them. Oh, there's my first squid. Careful not to get inked. That's one of the big things on the PWC today, and I don't want to get black ink all over it, so I'll just keep him straight up in the air. That is going to be, oh, look out, I think that was mainly water, that one. But I think that's going to be a perfect bait for a Mulloway, and the jig's done its job there. It's a little arrow squid, this one, and whether you're fishing for snapper, kingfish or Mulloway, big flathead, doesn't matter, that's going to be a fantastic bait. So I'll pop him into my tank. So I've got two outfits here. This one's already in the water, which is one of my favourite colours, that bright pink one. So that's a paternoster style. A couple little ball sinkers on the bottom, a little dropper rig there like that. So I've got that, there's a couple of sinkers and just that dropper rig coming off in a paternoster style. So that one can go and fish the bottom in about 8 metres of water here. So I'll let that one down. That'll just stay suspended above the bottom in case the squid are down deep. And then I've tied one onto this other outfit, got 2 rods with me. I'll wind some of that up, and I'll just cast this one around and try and find where they are, because generally if you can find one squid, you'll certainly find a few more. So that one there, I'll just shoot him around and see if I can find where they're holding and then sit above them. Oh, there's one on the paternoster style. That's a better one. Now that's going to make a really good bait. And if you want to eat squid, they're a fantastic. Well, they're a cephalopods, what they're actually called, but they're a fantastic eating creature as well. Easy to clean, and you can make squid rings out of them, whatever you want to do. But I've got to tell you, that's a cracker, that one there. Colours are really nice. That's a good size arrow squid, and you can imagine, set the hooks apart, that's going to make a great bait as well. And there's another one. I'm starting to rack the numbers up there now. It's a beauty there. Super fast growing. As I said before, they're a cephalopod, same type of family as an octopus. They have that sort of, and cuttlefish is another one, but they have that, what we call a backbone. It's that cartilage that's inside the hood. They can change colours, got those big eyes, they're fantastic nighttime predator, but they have a very, very short lifespan. So, I guess squid, they're pretty busy things. They like to feed. They feed right through the night and through the day, and I guess they're trying to grow as quickly as they can before their little part of being in the world's over. But as I said before, they're a cool looking thing, great fun to catch. And they're one of those things that no matter where I've travelled right around Australia, you catch them. I've caught them in Exmouth, I've caught them right in the top of Queensland, down in Tasmania, you get some cracking big ones, different types of squid around the country. These are the arrows, and as I said before, they make great bait. Right, I reckon I've done my job now. I've got plenty of those arrow squid. I'd love to turn one of those into a nice Mulloway tonight, and that's the plan. We'll get in there later this afternoon, so if I can't turn one into a Dewey, or Barney at least, he shouldn't be too far away. He's travelling down the coast at the moment. I'll pack the PWC away, grab the boat, and I'll head into town.
There's nothing better than a day on the water, but you want to make it home safely. So remember, one of the most important pieces of safety gear is your life jacket. 8 out of 10 boaters who have drowned in New South Wales were not wearing one. The new jackets come in a range of designs, so they won't get in the way, whether you're chasing a big one or just taking in the sights. Whenever you're out on the water, make sure you and all the crew put one on. Marine Rescue New South Wales volunteers saving lives on the water.
Well, Barney's turned up from up the coast. Come back down my way for a change. I'm always heading that way, doing a bit of fishing with him up there. So I got some squid yesterday. So we're going to fish Newcastle harbour here this morning. Going to throw some little creature baits around the pylon structure. See if we can't find a few bream. Not a lot of tidal movement, but hopefully there's a few getting about. And then I've got the squid ready to go and see if we can't find a Mulloway there on the tide change later on this afternoon. Might have to stick it out till dark too. But,
oh, well, sometimes you've got to do that.
Mate, we can pick a pizza up from here. That's the great thing. We're right in amongst all this man-made structure, and the great thing about that, there's coffee there, there's pizza there, there's bacon and egg rolls back the other way. So, but first, let's see if we can't find a bream.
Sounds good.
Got him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look out, look out, look out.
Look out, look out, look out. Oh yeah, nice. Flying bream. I did have a little creature bait on there, but that's gone. I'll put another one on in a sec. Barney's got a hard-bodied lure there, but they're a cool-looking fish. Bream, real greeny, bluey sort of a hue there at the moment, and a lot of structure there. This whole harbour system's got rock walls and jetties and pylons. So what do you got? A little hard-bodied lure?
Hard-body there, mate. So I think you were pretty happy with that cast too.
I was happy
with... That's the difference between a great cast and a good cast. Great cast is a fish.
good cast is just expectation of a fish, yeah. Off you go, bud. I reckon he'll go straight back into those pylons. It's got a tiny little jig head there, really light with a little loop knot. We want that creature bait just to sort of waft down the side of the pylons. And I'm talking about creature baits. These ones here in the tub are really cool. Pull one out of there. Make sure you line it up nice and straight. Like any soft plastic, it needs to be nice and straight to work well. Slide him up onto the grub keeper. Twist him around. He's ready to go. Check that out.
What? Yep,
oh, go, Barney.
Get out.
Come on.
It's ugly stuff in there.
Oh.
Good fun,
right.
bud.
Good stuff. Oh, that's a bit of fish. Nice bream. Yes, there we go.
Right.
Look at that. Hold that up and show everyone what that looks like.
It was a bit slow there. I was sort of watching you catch them, and I thought, what am I doing wrong? I'm holding
you just
the
thought
tongue
you'd
on the
wait
wrong
till
side
you
of my
found a slightly bigger one. But they're hard things to hold because they've got this really sharp dorsal fin here. They've got really bad spines underneath here. There's just one fish that's quite bad to hold. Helicopters going past. Pretty noisy part of the world here. We're in Newcastle harbour at the moment, having a bit of a fish around some pylons. Great thing is you can pull up here and go and get a coffee and
sounds good.
Chill out.
One
Bacon and egg roll. But it's a pretty busy place, and it was quite foggy this morning when we were in here, and you just got to really look out. It's such a busy place. I think it's the busiest coal port in the world is Newcastle harbour, and he's mate, he swallowed that one there.
Yeah, he sort of half run me around one of those pylons too, so that's probably a little bit of a nick.
It's one of those places you're either going to win or lose, and at least you had to win that time anyway. So well done, mate.
All right, back home. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, looks all right, mate.
Hey.
Better fish, what?
Oh,
get this net open, I think.
It's an excitable fish, this one, Barney.
Excitable fish?
Yeah.
Nothing like an excitable fish.
Amazing. Oh yeah, it's a solid bream, that one.
Solid bream.
It's amazing how they've turned into these fantastic sport fish.
Oh, for
the
sure.
old bream boas. That's a better one, Barney.
Nice, mate.
That. Look at that, look at that.
I think you took advantage of the situation. And
I'm forever taking advantage.
A lure on and...
Well, that's right. Any situation I get a chance to get a cast in, and in this situation it is very competitive. And knowing Barney, he'll be having a cast while I'm talking to you, but that's fine.
Be the polite thing to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, go and catch one. Look at that. That's a solid fish. So anywhere you've got structure like this, we've got behind us, you've got shade. Hey, they don't like the bright sunshine in their eyes, and if you can find little patches of bait, and on the Seadoo we've had really good patches of bait all the way around this structure, and that seems to be where the bream are hanging out. So you just tick all the boxes. Yeah, somewhere to live, bright sunshine's not in their eyes, and they've got food source either in as far as bait fish goes, or they can go and chase prawns and crabs and crustaceans, anything that's sort of hanging around those pylons. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's going to get going, that one, Barney.
Yeah, he did.
Just having a look along the rock wall here. Actually got the full side scan picture out at the moment, and it can be difficult to see when they're in and amongst the rocks. But right where the rocks meet the sand, it's a pretty well-known fact, that's where the Mulloway hang out. So we're just trying to pick them up in amongst these boulders here at the moment. Just goes quite dark there where it ramps back up. But I'm hoping to see some just along here somewhere, and that's going to be a place where we'll sit and park and get those dead squid baits out and hopefully get a bite. So let's cruise along. Here's a nice little patch of bait just here coming in against the rocks just there. So that looks like a really good area. And I reckon there could be a couple of Mulloway just holding up in amongst the rocks. That's that longer picture there, that one there. Could well be a dewey that's just hanging around that bait. You can just see that bait coming up off the side scan. It's one of those squid I caught in preparation for this bit of a session. Put that last hook back through the head and let that hook, oh, there's a bit of a bite there. Oh, look at that. That
Wow.
is a solid tailor. That's certainly one of the other fish that you're going to encounter this time of day, fishing around structure like rock walls. Chunky tailor like that. It's quite a big one. So he's destroyed my bait, but they're always a good sign because I know Mulloway love eating those. And if you're chasing a really big Mulloway, I reckon that would be a pretty damn good bait right there.
Oh, come on.
Bit of a touch there, mate.
Yeah, a little bit of a touch, mate.
Oh. When do you strike, Barney? That's the question.
Mate, too early,
We've got these
too late.
4-stage drag systems at the back here, and you go then. And you can set the drag to suit, and you don't know if it's a... Generally, if Mulloway picks the bait up, it's going to scream off, but if it's a salmon or a tailor, they'll play with it, or a big
that's
bream.
What it might be, a tailor or a tailor.
What have you got?
Oh, bream.
That's a better bream.
Look at that.
Look at that. So the bream will pull a little bit of line, and they'll pick at it, and they'll pull at it and pick at it. And
when do you hit?
Well, it
right
is, isn't it? You go,
at the right time.
Yeah. So, but it's so easy doing it with that electric motor there. We've got the sounder at the front here too. We can keep an eye on what's going on if any fish are going down the rock wall side or out a bit deeper, but we can just fish without the obstruction of an anchor rope. Got something on there. Or it's going back up the other way.
What do you got?
So it's that sort of turn of the tide. So you got fish running in every direction at the moment.
Yeah, bit hard to fish.
I'll keep it away from that electric motor. And it's a big salmon actually.
Salmon?
A big Australian salmon, yeah. Size of that thing, Bar.
Nice.
It's a big one.
Just get your net here, mate.
Yeah, sneak the net. Won't need to. There are fish that turn up around here in wintertime, Australian salmon, and not really what I thought would be eating our whole squid. But yeah, they just turn up in huge numbers. They jump and carry on, do all
I think
those
that's one to add on.
cool things. You reckon you got pestered by one? It's a big salmon, that one. You're all right, sneak him in there, mate. Yeah, hand him over. Mate, your rod's go. Go, grab that other one. Well, you need to net yours. Is it a big one or?
Bigger than yours.
Bigger?
Yeah, always.
I know, I'm just asking.
Good.
Well, that's what mine looks like. I'll leave it in the net and we'll go the daily double.
Yeah, I think mine's bigger anyway, mate.
Oh, Barney reckons this is bigger. We'll see. Oh, it might be actually.
Oh,
Doubler.
you beauty.
Two big Australian salmon. So when they come through in schools. And that's certainly what we've got going on there. Where's yours, Barn?
The biggest one.
Another victim to a whole squid. Wow, look at that. He is dead set. Cool. Just grab hold of him there.
I'll grab him down in there.
You got yours. Yep. And I've got mine down in here. And they grow. Oh, I've got them probably triple that size nearly, but they're an amazing sport fish. They fight like nothing else, and they jump out of the water. Anytime you catch a fish that jumps and leaps around, it's really, really good fun. And not quite what we're targeting, but who cares? We're having a great time so far.
Fish is a fish in my book.
Yeah, no. Mate, it is not happening, is it really?
It's not at all, mate, no.
Barometer's crashing at the moment. We've caught salmon, tailor, bream in the dark. Didn't get that run off the Mulloway that we really wanted, and you know what? It's time to go in for a feed.
For sure, mate.
So Barney and I couldn't find a Mulloway or a fishing Newcastle harbour, but there's always a river or an estuary system up the road somewhere, so I've come up and caught up with, this is the new Barney, the new improved younger version. Check it, no, it's actually Curtis Chalker, not Barney. But we're going to try and catch a dewie. Yeah. Now, last time I had you on the show, you caught a great big flathead.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, can you just sort of get into the Mulloway side of things instead of the flathead this time for me? You reckon you can do that?
I reckon.
PB, what's your biggest dewie?
Around 8 kilos.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty happy with one that size. All right, we had a little bit of a sound around. I reckon I marked a couple back behind us there. It's going to get dark here pretty damn quick. Tiny little slither of moon there, but we've got the last of this run out tide, then it'll start running back in. Everything's going the right way. Tide's that way, breezes that way. So we're going to get our baits out, sink them down. Fingers crossed we can get a bite, eh?
Yeah.
All right, mate, let's get to work. There's a big fish just sitting here. You can see on the sound, you can see on the down scan, just disappearing off there now. But what I'm really interested in here, this would be a massive school of mullet. So this time of year, those cold westerly winds start blowing. Got my jacket on, it's a bit cool actually. That's all the mullet pressed up high, and there's another fish coming through here now. So have a look at this, it's all happening as we're talking about it. It's another fish there sitting underneath. So I'm not sure they could be kingfish or even Mulloway. As that tide backs off, the dewies or the Mulloway will come up off the bottom there a bit. So I've got side scan, down scan, and the conventional sounder picture there as well. But that's a good sign, those mullet all hanging around there and those fish coming through. So we're in a good area. In an ideal situation, we'd have a live mullet out, but we don't have any of those, so we'll stick with the yellowtail at the moment. Get a bit of a bite there. A bit of a bite. Just hang on to see what he's doing. Is that a bite? Righto. Oh, there's a bite on that one too.
Yeah, got him on.
You got him?
Yeah.
Oh, on the way too, bud. Oh, yes.
Oh, I lost him.
All right, get your line in there, mate. Bit unlucky there. We've had two bites. I don't know what this is. I'm hoping it's a Mulloway, but Curdy had a bite on his rod, and then exactly at the same time, and Mulloway move in big schools, especially up and down these rock walls, and right at the same time, the one in the other corner's gone off. So I'm not sure what I've got. Oh, the big head shakes there. Giving this, there we go. And that glass tip rod, a bit of a workout there at the moment. So it's some 50-pound leader 260 chemically sharpened hooks, and quite a big sinker because that tide's still ripping out pretty hard at the moment. And that setup that I use with the sinker down low and that sliding swivel. Let's either live bait or your squid sort of slide around. Getting close. So what happened to yours?
Oh, it's pulled the hooks, I think.
Pull the hooks? Oh, it looks like the right one, buddy. Woohoo! Check that thing out. He's just got that bottom hook pin there. So let's get him in the net. Right, mate, here he comes, Curdy. Get that net down in there. Get that net down. Lift. Yes! We got him. Pull him in, bud. Woo! Hey. High five, man. High five. Barney's not here and we've done the job. I can't believe it. All right, that's my first bait. Amazing. We worked so hard the other day to catch a mulloway, and we weren't able to do it. And have a look at this one here. Just lay him down for a sec, Kurt. And there's that chemically sharpened hook right in the corner of the jaw. That's exactly where we want it. So I'll just pop that out. Oh, woohoo! Look at that. I just love mulloway. They are the coolest of fish. They're so, well, you can see now it's dark. They're a real active fish at night time. Show everyone where that lateral line is. You know where the lateral line is, Curdy? That big long line down the side? See it there? So it runs right down the side, and they use that at night time to detect their prey. They pick the vibrations up of things like mullet, yellowtail, anything that's swimming along here pretty well. They're going to chase, aren't they?
Yeah.
So.
Now that's a cracking catch. If you've been catching some ripper fish lately, then send your photo into our Alfab's Cracking Catch competition at the Real Action Facebook page. To get you hooked up every week, we're giving away a Penn rod, reel and line combo, an awesome Ocean LED underwater light, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated.
Well, check that out. That's a magnificent mulloway. We started off catching those squid. We hit Newcastle harbour. Well, Barney and I did before I got the apprentice in anyway. We got some nice bream under the wharves. Got attacked by tailor and salmon, but we've come up the road a bit to Curdy's favourite spot and caught this beautiful mulloway. You've been watching Real Action. Michael Guest. I'll put a word in for Barney because he was here for most of the show. And Curtis Chalker. We'll catch you next time. Bye now. I'll let us get float back in the water, eh? Woo. He is away.
If you want more tips, tricks and behind the scenes stories, check out the Real Action Fishing Podcast.